like right now I'm giving GRE.
Hmm?
Right now, right, it was in that in that instruction it was given 1 to 2 years in that. So right now I'm giving GRE, and in the past I'll most probably giving some other university exams, or maybe some other exams. I don't know. So that's
So
why.
what's
And
the
new
goal?
courses. Hmm?
What's the goal of giving the exams?
To better myself and learning new courses, definitely to like learn new technologies and all.
Okay, so there's two things here. One is learn new technologies.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Why are you writing the exam?
Like right now I'm preparing for GRE to get into a better college or something. I don't know.
You want to go
Maybe.
to a good grad school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get into a good grad school, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Keep improving. What does this mean?
Like, I don't know. Is this a very moral goal? Like, I think I should
Hmm.
just keep it in a personal goal or something, because like I found out that like you saw yesterday, like I kind of what do I mean? I overestimated my myself, and then underestimated my work, because of that. Like just kept lagging on, and because of that, my other
Hmm.
tasks got improved. So like I tend to like like just forget the past mistakes or something. So I need
Okay.
to like keep that in my mind. Like I do this a lot for a lot of activities actually. Not
Do what?
I think I should remove this one from here and keep it somewhere else. Not.
Tell me, let's talk about that. Now, let's do it together. So when you say, so basically you do stuff, you make mistakes, and then you make them again.
Yes, yes.
Can you give me an example?
Like like I'll just say like I have a habit of like like opening a YouTube for GRE, or let's say lead code or something, and then after the video is open, I'll open something else, and then it just keeps on like going. Like there's no like even though timer is running, I can tend to forget it, and I just keep on
Okay.
repeating that again and again. So yeah, keeping a check on that and trying to like yeah.
Oh, I would call that get better at deep work.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, cool. This one, right? We'll figure what that
These
is
are the
next.
steps. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
remove that.
Okay. Learn new tech makes sense. Uh, get into grad school makes sense. What's the goal? The goal is being a family member that you already are.
Like I think I don't spend enough time with my family. That's why.
Okay. So the goal is like good
What should be
relationship.
the?
Huh?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's kind
Okay,
of.
cool. Athlete, take your body and mind. Sounds good. Run daily exercise. Okay, cool. I mean, athlete will be body, no? So,
Yeah,
so what's
mind.
the
I
goal
thought
here?
meditation or something maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
And I
There
can't
was
think.
something for this.
Yeah, health advocate. Yup, better.
Mm, So what's the role? The role is like also, yeah, personal. I don't know. So what's the goal with the body? You want to be able to be a consistent kind of,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cardio and
right?
or anything in general.
Okay, so because running won't accomplish strength or agility, right? There's three things. I think where is it? It's in health. We have this also, physical health. Yeah. These are the three things.
We have this document.
Yeah.
I haven't
It's
seen it.
obviously not, yeah, you may not have come across it. It's somewhere. But these are the three things. So I haven't kind of fully written this out, but these are the three things for like physical health. agility, strength, endurance. So running will give you lots of endurance. It'll also give you some amount of strength in your like whatever
Yeah,
legs
yes.
and core and all that. But overall, it won't kind of build strength. Like overall, like like as a well developed. Because one thing you want to do is going to become an issue later, maybe in your 30s. You'll start getting injuries. And the reason
Mm-hmm.
that you often get injuries is because your body mechanics aren't working well. And the reason your body mechanics often don't work well is because you have a mismatch in, like, there's a lack of balance in how your muscles are working and how strong they are. I can give you
Mm-hmm.
like a whole thing about what happened with me, but like the common thing is people's glutes and core will become weak. They'll start relying on their quads and back, and then they'll start getting injuries. Like that's a really common thing. So
Mm-hmm.
in general, what you want is like overall strength. You want to make sure like, it's not just your
Mm-hmm.
legs that are getting strong, but your overall like your kind of basically the idea here is that your body shouldn't be in the way of you working or doing anything
Mm-hmm.
else you want to do, right? So just to say that this will give you cardio, right?
You could
Running
add
daily.
that also then. Like
Huh?
run and lift daily, I guess.
Okay, well that's fine. Right now your goal can just be cardio. That's okay. You're
Uh-huh.
maybe not bothered about strength. Fair enough. You're maybe not bothered about agility. Also fair enough. But
Mm-hmm.
just be clear on what the goal here is that you've written now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If this is your thing, that's fine. You can add that later. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we've got good relationship with family. That's okay. That's fine. Let's not go deep into that. Professional, get a job, get better at deep work, makes sense. Learn new tech, makes sense. Mind, try meditation or something.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What's the goal here? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. Okay. So, okay, what's the next step? Let's go to goals. So you found some roles, you found some
Mm-hmm.
goals, you
And
already
define
like
it.
you've got a timeline.
Yeah.
One or two goals. Yeah, that's fine. Mhm.
Figuring out the next steps also of it.
So we might want to prioritize them actually,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
we have next steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So which of these are like highest priority for you right now?
Let's see. Mm. Internship, I would say it's the highest priority right now.
Okay.
This is the immediate goals.
Okay.
Mm. I think next should be learn new tech and get a job.
Okay. Which one?
Pardon, sir?
Which one? Pick. Get a job or learn new tech?
Highest, I would say. I would say get a job. No,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, get a
You
job.
can change it. You can change it.
Uh, Both are equally important. Learning new
Okay.
technology,
Okay, that's fine. All right. What
and
else?
then I think completing internship and earning execution certificate should come together.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
No, I meant in that goal itself we could have like I mean I feel they are both of the equal priority. That's what I meant. I didn't.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think.
I think earning execution certificate is a part of this,
Uh-huh.
you know. So that's good next steps.
Mhm. And then I think we could add get better at deep work
Okay, cool.
after that.
Cool. I think this is probably enough for
Pardon?
now. I think this is probably enough for now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So success criteria. So before that, let's do next step.
Mhm. Execution certificate.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir. I
No.
wanted to ask, like, what do we do in a notebook? Like, I kind of didn't understand. Like, in you had told us to make a notebook. Like, what do we normally do in that?
Did you read this?
Yeah, but I didn't like kind of understood it. I
So
didn't
this is going
read
to be
it.
tough at the beginning. Okay, don't worry about that. This will come from other courses. So in the beginning, just leave a bunch of pages.
Uh-huh.
Or just leave. Okay. Right now, just start with the main body of the notebook. And in this, just start doing daily notes. Okay. And the way that you work, I
Okay,
guess
okay,
this is
okay.
not very clear.
Okay, so the thing that I was writing in that sheet, I can just write in my notebook.
The long-term rules and goals.
No, 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 no. The ones that I showed you, right? Like yesterday, this was the this like yesterday I had to learn 100 words, and this was the review. I did it or not, and the reasons why I did it. So I have to write that in my notebook.
I would say you don't need to do that.
Okay.
So the deep work counter, one second, let me add an example here. I think that will be helpful because I think even Sunil, you had the same questions yesterday, right? Mm,
Great, great, great.
So normally I start off on a new page, whatever week
Hmm.
it is, then the goals that I have for that week.
Hmm.
Okay. Then on each day, I write down what time I worked. You don't have to do that.
Hmm.
Um, how many deep work sessions I got done. So this was a great day. I don't know what I did this day, but that's a very large number. Um, so then it went down three, three, two, one. And even one or two is like not bad. So five is like
Yeah.
a huge number. Uh, so this is just like high level what I did. So onboarding call for apprentices. The up means that I had like a good time doing that. It was energizing, engaging. Then I recorded some videos for colleges, and then I had office hours, and we did goal planning for Sahil, which I also enjoyed. So very simple, but you want to do this consistently, right? We did
Yes,
morning
yes.
call, blah blah blah. So you're just like writing high level. So the deep work counter is this,
Okay.
okay? And I have a legend earlier. So this is on page 4. So this is a legend. So I have kind of, yeah, deep work of flow state is captured with this symbol here.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So yeah, so that's what I've got here. Then this is just my daily task log. What you did, ideas you have, any action items you created. So I haven't been creating many action items here. I manage them somewhere else, but yeah, you can do that here too.
Hmm.
Uh, and note times when you're engaged or energized and what you're doing during those times. Try to do this daily or at least every few days. So
Hmm.
again, if you go to my journal legend, task felt good, task felt draining. So
Hmm.
these tasks all felt good. So I did just this every day, right? Then at the end of the
Hmm.
week, Learned some video editing, blah blah blah. I didn't do my execution. Yeah, here it is. So execution, I did plan. So in the execution thing, there are a few questions. Yeah. Did you manage to plan your week at the start and place priorities on your calendar? When did you get distracted? What changes can you make? And how did you execute the week out of five? Right. So I
Mm-hmm.
think I did a very abbreviated thing here, but I did do
Mm-hmm.
my planning and my overall score was 3.5. My apprenticeship score was 4.5, 4 out of 5. Uh, yeah, so this is my review. I'd like to start earlier in the day. So normally I start working around 11. But I
Mm-hmm.
realized that, once I finish this call, I'm like, oh, I've done something for today. So
Mm-hmm.
then I don't actually do my actual work. So I wanted to start working earlier. So you see, most of my days start at 11.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um, so I want to start earlier. So that was one thing I could do the next week. Um, yeah, sharing on Instagram was great. Want to share more. And these are my overall like scores.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we want to capture.
Mm-hmm.
So ideally, what I want to do is capture this log and your calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Right? These are the two things I want to capture because this is where
Mm-hmm.
you're doing some planning, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
goals are going to be important this week that I write down here. So that reflects in what I do in my week. Um, and I do my retrospective here. So earlier we
Mm-hmm.
were doing the retrospective in a Google Sheet, but then
Mm-hmm.
we're just like splitting things up more and more. So this number is what I really want to see.
Mm-hmm.
This is my like, how well is my product working? That's the score here. So this is the one thing that I really want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is kind of for you. But does this make more sense now?
Yes, yes, it does.
So I want you to just start with this. There's stuff
Mm-hmm.
before this, monthly goals, this legend, long-term goals, monthly planning, all this stuff we can get to later. There's this
Mm-hmm.
life view, mission statement, work view, roles I have written down. Um, so yeah, but also like yeah, for me personally, I have two notebooks. I do this for like yeah. So there's
Mm-hmm.
some stuff here that I do in a different notebook, but it's the exact same format. I can show you that also if you want. Like similar idea, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So this is
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I just have like a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at the end you just have this like really nice record of everything that you've done, which is really
Mm-hmm.
nice. So that's kind of what I want you to do.
You are an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So just week.
Mhm.
It's more like one thing is that you have it all. The other thing is you get really consistent at it.
Yes, yes, yes.
But you just have
That
like
is
one
very
very
important.
grounding activity every week or every day. So it's hard for you to go completely off the rails,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're
That's what
always
I
like,
need also,
yeah.
consistency.
So that's why I thought a lot about whether this should be a digital or a physical or how we should do this. Uh, After a lot of thinking, I know that it's not what people might ordinarily want to do, but I think physical actually works better. But again,
Mm-hmm.
you can change it later, right? If you're like,
Mm-hmm.
this really doesn't work for me, you can change it. So that's the idea of the notebooks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yes.
now let's go back to your thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So now
I
the
can fill this
progress.
if you. Actually, I haven't filled. I can fill this if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll fill
try.
it. Don't worry.
So try it as an experiment. Don't do it because I want to do it. Try it as
Pardon,
an
sir?
experiment. Don't do it because I'm telling you to do it. Do it as an
Huh.
experiment. You
It
know,
will work. I mean, I need a structure or something because I'm very randomly like I work.
that's all of us
It's
talk. Okay, cool. So this one is done. Get a job. What kind of job do you want?
SD or engineering or
LG
something.
job. What's your timeline?
Oh, I don't know. But I think by the end of this internship, I guess.
Okay, you graduated with
Hmm.
it. Okay. Okay. Next steps.
Next step, applying for them on a daily basis. I think I
Okay,
will
take a
do.
look at this. It's not complete,
Mm-hmm.
but basically this is about how to get jobs.
Sir, could you please send this one on the chat or something?
Please, like here, like this is the only sheet you need to know. This has links
Oh,
to everything.
oh, oh, it's there. Okay, okay, perfect, perfect.
In this link, it's there in module 4,
Mhm.
getting
It's
gigs. Okay.
perfect, perfect. Yeah.
So this is not, I haven't written this fully. Uh, so basically, don't think of it as getting a job. Think of it as a sales process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's multiple stages. So you have to first get an interview, then you have to clear the screening interview, you have to clear a technical interview, you have to full technical interview, salary
Mm-hmm.
negotiation closing. These are the steps, high level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing you're struggling with this,
Yeah, getting an interview is the main
right?
thing.
So then think about like, so one thing you're okay. So when you do sales, it's very metric driven.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how many resumes have you sent out?
Right now, I have mostly, it's mostly one, but there's one with India's address and all that. So, I mean, phone number and all that. So, because of that,
What? How many times have you applied for a job right now?
me,
Yeah.
two different roles and all.
Yeah.
Over 200 to 400, I would say.
Okay. 200 to 400. How many interviews have you got?
I think four or five, hardly
Okay. So your
anything.
success rate is 1%,
Yeah, less than that, probably.
less than 1%. Okay. What I would encourage you to do now is to try an alternate approach,
Mm-hmm.
right? See what else you can do. Um, Eventually, the goal of this.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
So right now, your goal is just to find your first job. Okay. But in the long
Mm-hmm.
term, remember that's not the goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll find one job, you may not like it after 2 months. But if you've done it in a way that you somehow got this first job, then you'll be back again at square
Mm-hmm.
zero when it comes to finding the next one. So there's stuff we'll do basically like uh, start sharing your work, start building an audience. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Basically, when people go to your LinkedIn, it should tell a whole story, or when they go to your
Mm-hmm.
portfolio site, it should tell a whole story,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then basically when people are interviewing you, they're gonna try and check, does he have good communication skills? Does he have technical skills? Is he
Mm-hmm.
like whatever, like a reasonable person? But basically those are the few couple of things. What you want to do is be able to answer those questions in a absolutely affirmative even before you got to the interview,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you need to figure out how you want to do that. Right now, the issue is that your resume just isn't building enough trust or
Mm-hmm.
value that they're like, oh, we should really talk to the guy. It's not standing out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not working, right? If you have a less than
Mm-hmm.
1% success rate, that's not working.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
So what else can you do? There's a bunch of different stuff. So this thing, let's take a look. So basically, like, yeah, referrals,
Yeah, referrals.
that's a big thing. Cold reach out. So think of it again, like, think of it as you're selling a product. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine you're selling a product. In this case, the product is you. You can either do cold sales, which is like reach out to strangers you don't know, and like I don't know, do you do anything creative? Do you like I don't know, bake or whatever? I don't know. Do you have anything that you do? Let's say you want to start a running club.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you run, and you're in Kuwait and you want to start a running club. You probably
Mm-hmm.
won't go to strangers on the street and give them
Yes,
flyers,
yes.
right? You'll ask your friends, hey, like, do you want to join a running club? Maybe you'll ask your
Mm-hmm.
family. Maybe you look for like people who already have expressed some kind of interest in running,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll go like maybe go to a runners meetup or something somewhere, or just like stand around in a running shop, and be like, hey, like you guys are buying running shoes, clearly you're runners, do you want to like whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then eventually, so that's kind of warm intros or warm reach out, right? Eventually, what you'll want to do is maybe start a page, tell people about your running club, share things about how awesome your running club is, so that people are coming to your running club without you actively going and doing sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's called whatever. You can think of it as content marketing, but basically it's inbound sales,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where you're putting enough material and branding out there that people are reaching out to you rather than
Mm-hmm.
you are going and chasing them down. Long term, that's what we want to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? Long term, what we want to do is, and we'll do that with your notebook, and a lot of like the internship stuff has sharing built into it. So whenever you learn
Mm-hmm.
a new skill, like you'll talk about it. You can already see on LinkedIn. I don't know if you saw, but show you some examples. Right. So this person, she's like a she's more on the product and kind of design side. But then she talked about like all these things that she learned, like jobs to be done, market research, and then she put out this thing and see like 50 people have liked it, probably like 2, 3 thousand people have seen it. If she keeps doing this for the next whatever couple of years, like she'll have like a big following. She'll if somebody comes to her page and sees this, they're like, oh, this person already knows all of these things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you want to do. And we'll do that as a part of the internship. So don't worry about that. Right now, if you want to
Mm-hmm.
find jobs, I would say, okay, look at problem solving. Actually, you might want to do that first. Uh, and that'll give you like a grounding on the framework you can apply to this.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you want a prototype idea. Okay, so you now know that your goal is to get interviews, right? That's your goal.
Mm-hmm.
So what are different strategies that you can try? So what we can maybe do is just like let's go ask GPT quickly. Um, I find that very nice to like to generate ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm, mm. So 10 strategies they've given you. First one makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
right? Uh, so this can basically boil down into cold outreach, networking, and outbound marketing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do you have a portfolio website?
Not really. It's GitHub or LinkedIn, you could say, kind of.
Yeah, I would say that might be a good idea. Is like just
I will.
work on a, and what you want your um, uh, portfolio website to do is answer all the questions we just talked about,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then you can, yeah, contribute to open source, whatever. Yeah, share. Yeah, then this is like basically like share your work, which is another module.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, whatever you're working on, talk about it, which we'll start
Mm-hmm.
doing. This, yeah, sure. Yeah, totally. So
Yeah.
if you want to break this down, try coding channel, okay, whatever. Freelance, but this reduces to the same thing. This doesn't make
Mm-hmm.
any sense. Direct message, work with recruiting agencies, hold apply to small companies. Okay, all right. So let's go back to hmm, it's a lot of work for me. But let's just look at getting interviews. The value sending cold emails is so underrated. It's so nice when people send you cold emails and they have context about what you're doing and it's clearly written and it's not like demanding. It's so good,
Hmm.
honestly. Like this is such a great, great strategy that I think we should only use in
Actually, I've
our
never tried cold email. I've applied a lot through referrals and all, but
oh,
I've never
cold
tried.
emailing
I've
is
heard a lot
great. So,
how it's
okay,
really fun.
so try it, right? Use the problem solving approach. Send out like what's a good number to control? Like maybe it's like send out like 40, send out 40 and see what your response rate is, right? And then see like if your response rate is 20, but it only takes you 10 times, and which is like 20 times what your response rate is on cold, and it only
Hmm.
takes you 10 times longer to like apply this way, then just do
Hmm.
this, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. This contract, this thing doesn't make any sense. The thing, I don't know how much this works. You can try it. I don't know how much this works. But that's not, I don't know if that will help you get an interview.
Hmm.
Okay, screw this. Yeah, directly message. So cold reach out in general.
Hmm.
And you can do this too. Recruiting agencies. You can do it to dev shops. They always want people. Recruiters. Recruiters get paid if you get
Hmm.
placed. So there's a direct incentive for them to like good
Hmm.
candidates. And just by emailing them and showing them like a portfolio, it'll
Hmm.
put you like, it'll be so easy because they're like, oh, I can sell this guy. Firstly, he's motivated enough to do this.
Hmm.
Secondly, like whatever questions I had were answered, but they're like not very technical normally. They look for surface level, but they want candidates who are easy to sell because they get
Hmm.
paid for selling. Okay. Uh, yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Actually, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Like, I thought employees get paid through referrals. I knew that, but even like recruiters get paid through this one.
How do you think they make
Uh,
money?
oh yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay. So here's a bunch of strategies. So
Hmm.
right now in sales, there's something called rate limiting step.
Hmm.
Okay. Basically, which part of the pipeline are your prospects getting stuck at?
Okay, okay.
Does that make sense? So let's say you want to
Yes,
sell,
yes.
I don't know. Yeah. So is it that we can get lots of interviews, but we can't clear the screening
No,
interview?
no. The issue is always in the first
And I'm just
one.
giving an example. But yeah, so right now just focus on getting interviews.
Hmm.
Yeah. So this is your rate limiting step right now.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
okay, now let's go back to your
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Learn new tech. All right. That's a lot. These two things only are a lot. Um, learn new tech. We'll start doing this. Don't worry about this. This is, yeah. Let's talk about this a little bit later. For this, yeah, I think this is probably, this will help you with this.
Hmm.
Okay. So I'm just gonna right now swap them. Actually, getting better at deep work will help you with everything. But here, read, read deep work.
The document.
Yeah. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you're good for now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Sunil, did you manage to do your planning? Let's see. You there? Ashok,
यस सर.
did you manage to do your rules and goals?
नो सर, अभी तक तो नहीं किया, लेकिन अब कर लूंगा. समझ गया
Okay.
सर पूरा. ओके
ठीक है.
सर.
Okay. All right. I think
यस.
that's it. Thanks, guys.
थैंक यू
See
सर.
you. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. You're welcome.